Hi, my name's George Holliday, and I have been travelling around for the last couple of weeks on the road in my suitcase. Now, we've been building buses, travelling on the road. You've seen me put the bus on a vineyard so that it's now Airbnb'd. Now the next adventure, oh wow, it looks so good. Now the next adventure is heading on the road into Europe for the first time in 2.5 years since before Corona. So far, so good. The travels have been amazing, seeing people has been amazing. But this week, we've got all sorts of challenges in Belgium, in the Netherlands, and you're about to see us write a whole bunch of songs. So I start my travels in East Sussex. It's a beautiful sunny day, and today I am taking Eurostar over to Europe.
What do I believe? What makes me feel it to write you this song?
Welcome aboard the Southern Service Victoria. The next station is Wivelsfield.
Now I'm going to be trying to travel as much as I can via train this summer to try and save the planet a little bit more and hopefully see a lot more of the countryside. Things you don't normally see on planes, and so far I was very much enjoying it. It didn't feel too stressful. Straight onto the trains, not planes. And I soon arrived in Belgium. Made it to Belgium.
Oh, is this? I think that's me. I think I'm George.
Okay, so I want to tell you a little story, and I'm going to try and keep it little. In 2019, I went on a tour around Europe for 6 months to write an album with almost entirely strangers. On the 1st of January 2019, I announced on YouTube that I was going to be traveling around to write an album, and I wanted to meet up with as many people as possible to write it. To my surprise, I had 60 people got in touch, and I ended up meeting up with just under 100 people on the actual tour itself, when I was meeting people as we went and people that were hearing about the journey as we were going. And one of those stops was in Bristol, UK, to meet a good friend of mine, Tom Copson. Tom and I have been lucky to travel quite a lot of Europe together, playing music and running events together and building communities. I couldn't not go and see Tom when I was in Bristol. So we got on board, wrote a song called Roots, which you have been listening to without even knowing you've been listening to it. Now, fast forward, I meet a guy called Bram, who I'd never met before, in Belgium. Fast forward to today, I'm back at his house a second time, which is amazing. We met on social media over an announcement, over a tour, over writing an album. Blows my mind, but I love that we have a community like this of friends. And Bram had been watching the episodes in Bristol and had actually become quite a fan of Tom Copson. Bram was like, what was the song you were working on with Tom? I would love to play guitar on one of the songs. So the guitar on Roots that you're hearing is Bram. All right, I've got a recording session today, and I don't know how much I can say what it is, but we're gonna go and try and set up a vocal booth upstairs.
Taking the air, open your eyes. Don't forget it was there all the time. Where am I now?
Right, very cool space. Bram has very kindly let me use his studio space, so this is going to be the perfect little vocal booth room for today. Very excited. Yeah, I am recording a session this afternoon. It's only a 1 hour session. We've already done a whole bunch of hours, but I'm very excited to tell you what it's about, and I'm not going to leave you hanging, but I am going to be the voice of a jingle for a major radio station. Not allowed to say anymore, but it's happening.
Where are you outside of Brussels? This is like an Airbnb?
Still so weird watching you control my computer from a distance. Okay, so I've had a brief through in my email. I'm not allowed to say what it is, but we need to capture some kitchen sounds, and I thought it'd be fun to show you guys how I actually capture sounds on the go. So yeah, we need some pots and pans, and you're going to be my pots and pans guy. We need to find anything that's a fun sound. With this one straight away. Ready for it? One down. The
like a meat thermometer to hit it?
Yeah, do that. That's quite a nice sound actually. Nice. So now we need some eating ones of some kind. So as in like, have you got something that we could snap? Carrot would be good.
The jam jar that does the...
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that was a great one. Oh yeah, do that. Oh my god, that's the most satisfying sound ever. I can already tell how good that's going to be. Tia, what do you think? You feeling crazy? Huh? I'm crazy? I'm sure some of you are watching this thinking, what does George actually do with his day? You only ever see a snippet of it, but that almost quite literally is the job done for today.
As a young girl, it feels we're mine. We
The smell of pines for me is like my favourite smell in the world.
So offshore, playful and free, without a care in the world. I was wandering.
Walking against the ridge of the...
Along that ridge all the way to the top where we're about to go. Bram, how long ago was it? 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
30 April, I think it was.
And it was part of a project where people were walking around all of this area. They had a set walk, and then they saw you at the top for a rest,
Yeah.
and you played them some music.
Played music, yeah.
That's so epic. Let's go to the top then. Are we going to go up this bit or the step bit? That's the staircase,
Yeah, the
all the way up
staircase.
there. Or we
Or
can
the slopey bit.
I bet the slopey bit ends up in steps anyway, so I think we should do the slopey bit.
Kept me late. We spent summers catching fireflies and winters on our skates. One big smile across my face. We used to.
Oh, we've got only one more to do. 2 more to do. They look like pyramids. It's like the Great Pyramids of Belgium.
Take me back, all the way back to them days. Running around.
Where did you play when you were up here?
When the people were coming up the stairs, I was sitting next to the picket fence by the stones there, and I was playing Eye of the Tiger.
When they were coming up the hill.
And then we moved a bit to the side where the bushes, and
Yeah.
everyone was looking at me and looking at the vista over here. Like
It's so beautiful, isn't it? Look at the forests.
Daydream looking at me.
It's the guy from the city who contacted me, and I asked him when he came up, is this for me? Did you make a stage for me? He's like, no, this has always been here.
I would have built it for you. Right, back down we go to that building where Bram has just started a new job. Congrats, mate. Big congrats. Big day. Let's go get a beer to celebrate.
Dressed in a gown, barefoot.
Let's go. Skål. Now, the hardest thing about travelling on the road is keeping up with work at the same time as relaxing and being in the moment. So we took a little trip out to a festival for the day where Bram was playing, and it was so good to see him play again.
Blackbird fly into the night of the dark black night.
One thing I really love about Bram is that he not only really cares for his friends and his family, but he has so much time and so much energy to think about other people and how he can help them and incorporate his skills into their lives. So we headed into the forest and we had a great conversation about work-life balance. And I think we can all agree it's really hard to get right. And one thing that I'm really trying to work on myself is to be much more present in the moment, and walks really help me do this. And same with Bram. We had a great walk. Bram, what was your first memory of the tour when we first saw each other when you first saw the bus?
Oh my God, George, oh my God.
Good answer. But do you remember listening to Tom Copson? Because my first memory is you turned up with Sia on the bus, and I was telling these guys how you were already a fan of Tom Copson from when we were in England.
True. Yeah.
And then you were like, I want to work on that song.
Yeah. I do remember, yeah.
Have you got a message for Tom Copson right now? I don't think he even watches the videos.
What are you working on? Do you have some room for me to contribute?
Exactly. Tom's not put anything out for a while. Granted, he has had a child, so that is quite a good excuse. What is happening with your music next and anything in the future? I know we've talked about it a little bit, and you were saying that you've had a bit of a writing block the last couple of years, but what would you like to happen in the next year?
Well, it's not so much as a writing block that passed, but it was more of a, I think everyone kind of suffered, and like you really felt that you weren't really going through things worth telling or something. So I always kept writing, and I have like a lot of songs that I want to put on an album. So I'm working on an album right now. Just have to learn some more production tricks. Hope to find someone who knows something about production and can help. I really want to make something that's more like organic, like not too heavily layered, more like more something that feels like walking through a forest.
Well, we'll hold you to that. Dude, thanks so much for having me this week. I really appreciate you.
Really
You always inspire me with your conversations and just how much of a great person you are. So
Thank you.
thank you very
Same.
much.
And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise. That with you,
Like all good things, it must come to an end at some point. After an amazing week with Bram in his hometown, I headed back, packed my suitcase to get ready for the next trip. Over the border to the Netherlands.
when it all breaks down, I'll wait for you right here.
See you later.
And I swear that we got nothing to fear.
Have a good lovely space.
It's a miracle that you and I are finally here.
Stop number 1. It's currently 8:30 in the morning, first train down. Ready to catch the next one.
And the truth may come as a surprise. That with you I feel alive. You will be the last one to think about.
Train station.
The last one to think.
My lift just arrived. Check this, the only way to ride in Utrecht right now.
You might recognise this face from 2.5 years ago. Let's begin this part of the adventure.
Best coffee spot in town? Question mark?
Yes, it is. Let's do a review.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh. Okay. Almost escaped. Someone's like, I've been mugged off here, I can't squeeze through. He's trying. It's like, how the heck did it do that? Soft as it looks. Oh, yeah. Oh, I actually want one of these rather than a dog, I think.
Dude, that would be so cool.
Wouldn't it be so cool to be like, this is Gregory, my goat. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so tiny.
Is it biting you? Because last
like
time it was.
nibbling.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It
but
thinks
it doesn't hurt actually.
No, no,
Last
it's like
time
a
it was
little-
doing it, it's pretty.
I think it's a little nipple. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, little goatee.
Little afro tail. I might even see some on top though. There's some artichokes coming through.
Oh shit.
And then they'll be massive, but it looks like they've, I mean, understandably, they've picked them and used them for the
Hey,
restaurant.
this is all food, and you pay to be a part of this, and then you get like a subscription of biological.
Wow. What a beautiful garden, like
And
it's
now
so
they're-
well kept.
Oh, they're now planted. Yeah.
This is like a bit of a dream as well with the forest idea. To have like tables, imagine just a meal at night time with fairy lights. Or they look like they've got little lanterns. They've got a proper old stove as well. That would be really warm in here. Be lovely. And then just have meals in the evening. Could you imagine if you got like a cook or a chef that could come, literally pick you go and pick it, and then they make it on the table next to you.
So my
Pizza oven outside, it's beautiful. What does this say? Please close the door.
yeah, this door should be closed.
Maybe I'm just showing my age a bit, but I don't know about you as well, Nori, but that sounds like heaven to be able to just go
To
and
grow your own food, yeah.
I'm starting to be at the age where I get it. Like these guys over here doing the work and then reaping the reward, literally eating the reward of their efforts with good food in a place like that as well. I get it now.
It feels so healthy as well to deal with.
Yeah, you just feel good in many ways. I think there's a good community around like gardening and growing things like this. I think that's...
So this whole place is a community.
Good morning. So this week I'm being hosted by Noah, and this is his studio room. Let me give you a quick show. This is where I'm sleeping. He's got really cool, he hasn't fitted the lights yet, but he's got really cool acoustic treatment. And look, I had a welcome George sign on the door. Super cool, super cool. So I'm here until Friday. Today is Tuesday, and I arrived yesterday, as you've already seen. So we went for a walk and then went to Wisseloord Studios, which here in the Netherlands is the most famous studio. Wow, dude. I couldn't even imagine owning a space like this. This is like the furthest away from bus life, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so huge.
It's
But it's all
ridiculous.
patched through. So here, these are the. This is the patch wall.
Yeah.
And every room is connected. There's like a stage block. Let's go to the other room.
All the legits.
Yeah, these are 1176.
Yeah. All legits.
There's a couple of knee preamps.
It's so funny when you're so used to even like the mastering unit at the end.
Yeah.
It's so funny when you're so used to plug-in world.
Yeah. So this is the live room.
I know legit roads just sat
Yeah.
73.
Yeah, and this is
So
we've got a
March,
couple. I
two.
think we've got 3 rows, and this is the.
Anyway, surely.
Yeah. And this is tuned 3 times a week.
3 times
Yeah,
a week.
It's so nice. It's the nicest.
I don't think I've heard a piano more in tune.
Yeah, it's perfect. Like even the
The room.
wheels have to be aligned. Like the piano tuner really is making sure that the wheels are always aligned.
I think it was like an SSL of some description, and then since 2011,
So this machine has had the Stones, Beatles, Stone Roses,
everyone in like the 60s, early 70s
has been through that machine.
Yeah.
That's pretty rad. Yeah, didn't it just... Has anyone licked it? Probably get high.
Yeah.
That is a lot of preamps to have responsibility of.
Yeah. But it's actually pretty simple. It looks really intense, but now I know how it works. It's okay.
Well, it's all...
Yeah.
Although it looks
You've got 2
mental,
rows.
once you've got the row...
Yeah. So it comes in there through the preamp, then it goes to channel 1. Then you've got your EQ here,
Yeah.
And then this is the playback from Pro Tools. So this is where you actually mix it, and you can say, okay, I just want it to go through the stereo out, or I want every tracks to have a separate bus here, so you can do the mixing. And it has, this is a total analog table, but it has recall, so the faders actually move. So it's also like a DAW controller, but then it's an actual. So you route all the outputs from there, and then they get summed here.
And that was modified after the original desk was made to suit Pro Tools, or that surely wouldn't have come with that feature.
Yeah, it
way back in the day.
Does,
did it?
but then it used to work with a 24 tape machine, 24 track tape machine, and now it works with the Ableton instead of the tape machine. So the tape machine just got switched around.
There's not one in the corner of this room. Oh my god, those are the biggest PMCs I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah, 200 grand.
200 grand, and they've got just five on the front wall, 4 hanging from the ceiling.
Is surround sound. And we've got a Dolby Atmos studio as well.
Oh yeah, you were saying about that. The gear in there has, the Beatles have been there, Led Zeppelin, Michael Jackson, Sting. Honestly, you name it, they've been there. AC/DC, Elton John. I got to touch Elton John's piano. It was truly amazing, especially when you just know the amazing artists that have been through that door. So I'm here today. Noah and his girlfriend have actually headed out. They're out for the full day today, which is something they had planned, which is totally fair, but it works in my favor because I actually have a songwriting session today with Isaac Tyler, and I need to finish off an advert that I started. The deadline is today. I've had a lot of adverts through recently, which gives me a lot of hope for the future because I want to be doing a lot more of it just because it's something I can do on my own terms. I love working with artists, as you guys know. We've had so many songs released through Made on the Road in the last couple of years, which has been truly amazing. But at the same time, I have literally had a lifelong dream of wanting to do TV adverts forever, like literally forever. Not just TV adverts, but films, series, TV series, things like that, and to obviously be paid to do that as a career is like literally one of my goals. How cool is Noah's flat? Noah just always seems to have a way of having cool furniture. I mean, look at this corner. Designer tables. He's a very designer-y guy. I'm just kind of reflecting on how cool it is to still be setting up my equipment all over Europe, just out of my suitcase in different scenarios. I just think it's just still sinking in. The man, the myth, not the legend.
Right, why do I feel like I've just joined, are you filming? I feel like I've just joined a podcast. I don't know why.
How are you, friend?
Yes. Yeah, good mate, how are you?
Say hi to the vlog from a distance.
Hello. That's really weird because I can see your face in there and on the lens. So we're going to write some songs while you're in the Netherlands and I'm here.
You look like you're in the red light district, actually, so that's good. Like a magnet, loving me attracts. That's nice, I like that.
So while we're writing the song, our friend upstairs, you can see him on the camera.
Pulling like a magnet, loving me attraction. So I keep going back. So I keep going back to you as a fun line. So I keep going back to you. Magnet, loving the attraction. So I keep going back to you. Go back to you. Nice.
I think we got it.
Yeah. So then the verse.
No, I don't think.
Oh, is it just chorus?
This is house.
Sweet, next time then. But I got the rest of my life.
I want to send him literally the guitar part.
Oh, so that he can use it.
Dancing, closing my eyes.
Dancing, closing my eyes.
Do you think?
They probably recognize me with
The stars appear, and there was no one there to dry your tears.
The end, you know. Don't know how to fuck rest if I can even write a song about it. Joke about our mental health. Never got the message though.
Okay, being on camera.
Hey,
What if I lost my home and the wolves that I know make me run? Maybe I'm just paranoid.
I tried to make a profit in the system, and now we know how to hack the system.
Yeah, come on, give us the awkward smile.
Today, we're gonna take you on a ride, because we're gonna try to game the system in game state. See us later.
Noah and his girlfriend showed me around the city for the evening. We had great food, played great games. We even went to a jam night after this, which we have no footage. And Noah's girlfriend quite rightly said, maybe this is a moment that just needed to be shared between us. And this is something that has stuck with me after this trip. There's so many amazing memories, so many great moments, and not all the time do you need to share it with the world. And yes, it's great to look back on the memories and relive those moments, but how often do you take time just to be in the moment? I'm literally doing the biggest TV effort of my life in the train station because the deadline has changed and it's moved. And so I'm sat here literally editing vocals and it's got to be in 9 minutes. Got there in the end. Right, gang, I'm off back to London. See you in the next vlog.
And now